Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So who is really benefiting from this crypto dip? You think it's retail? I highly doubt it. Do you think it's institutional? Well, let's take a look and see. I got XRP here, guys, on the 3 hour, and yesterday, yes, we did see more of a decline for, the entire crypto space, XRP included. And so I'm just going to draw Fibonacci on here real quickly. We have made a new low, guys, a low that we have not seen in a while. XRP did hit 82 cents last night. It has rebounded to 92 cents. Some people are wondering, is the bull run over? Is this it for cryptocurrency? And my guess is no, we still have a ways to go. And the reason why I'm so optimistic is, well, there's a few reasons here. First of all, with regards to XRP, we just came up here almost to the $2 mark back in April, and, it just shot up like a rocket. The cryptocurrency market needed some cooling down, and now we're seeing some lows within this recent correction that are scaring some out of the market, but fundamentally, guys, we are still staying above this support here, or rather resistance here, this level here, that I don't know if you guys remember way back late last year and early this year, we were trying to get over this mark here, 80 cents, give or take. We saw it back here in September of 2018. We also saw it over here. Okay, and let me just draw it over here. When that pump group hit, we saw it over here as well, right? So we saw that 80-cent mark, and we tried to get above it for a long, long time. When we finally did, it seemed like we went straight to $2, and now it's looking as though XRP is fighting to stay above that level. Guys, this is going to be critical. So I'm going to zoom in here. Let me put this on the 1 hour here, zoom in. So here we are. We did come down. We did see 82 cents. You guys can see we did shoot right back up. So it's going to be a wait and see game. Of course, the rest of the market also having some trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if we ranged throughout here for the next little while before Bitcoin finally sees its next leg up. Now, something of interesting to note here, guys, this from Perry here on Twitter, coincidence, and he's bringing this up with regards to the Bitcoin chart, guys. This was back from 2017, day 372 after the halving. So he makes a note here, this huge correction for Bitcoin at this point in time back in 2017. And if you take a look here, 373 days after the halving, this would bring us to today. And so we are seeing some similarities here in the charts. Very astute observation here from Perry. Wanted to thank you for that. Meanwhile, Uphold is adding new cryptocurrencies to their exchange. This is from the Cryptic Poet. Uphold has just added VeChain. So for those of you guys who are looking for a way to purchase VeChain, I have my Uphold account over here, and I'm just going to show you guys. If you go down here, show more, you can scroll down here. You can see VeChain is now listed on Uphold. So if you were looking to get in on this dip, I'm just going to bring up the VeChain chart real quickly. VeChain right now trading at about 10.5 cents. It was as high as almost 28 cents. So a huge discount for many cryptocurrencies in the space, and VeChain just one of those. Let's see, it is down 61% since its high. If I bring up XRP, how far is XRP down now since its high? XRP down about 52%, 53%. Let's bring up Bitcoin here real quick. And Bitcoin, since its all-time high up here, is down about 41.5%. So the altcoin's really taking a hit, and I think this is where you're going to find the best bang for your buck moving down the road. Just remember, we still have not seen that mega altcoin rally once people take their profits from Bitcoin, pump them into altcoin. So we haven't seen that yet, guys. I'm pretty confident. I think I'd like to say there is still a lot more left in this bull run. We are just going through these pains, and you know what? It's very interesting to note that, at the 372, 373 day mark, we are seeing similar things on the chart for Bitcoin, this similar correction. I mean, it could just be a coincidence. Anyway, let's keep moving along. So this from MadDog28. With regards to the Ripple and SEC case that just happened yesterday, just got off the phone listening to the SEC versus Ripple arguments on the fair notice defense. So basically, the SEC's lawyers want the judge to waive attorney-client privilege from back in 2012 and allow discovery of what Ripple's lawyers said to Ripple via emails. Ripple's lawyers' rebuttal was very simple and to the point. You can't waive attorney-client privilege just because you don't have enough evidence to support your case. I'm paraphrasing, of course. So this was generally it, guys, here. This is an article summing up what happened. This is before even the close of discovery, and it's faster than I expected and makes me think they might set the hearing on the defense before even the hearing on whether XRP is a security or not. The SEC versus Ripple case on Friday had a hearing on the SEC's motion to pierce the attorney-client privilege of Ripple and its lawyers. The regulator wants Ripple Labs to turn over documents relating to the legal advice it received in 2012 prior to the sale of its token XRP, whether the firm was legally required to be registered with the SEC. While Ripple Labs fights off that request, arguing for attorney-client privilege, the SEC claims that legal advice could be proof that the firm reasonably understood the nature of XRP. If not subject to federal securities laws, then the company waived any privilege over those communications. So SEC attorney George Tenreiro said Ripple's lawyers knew that the law required that it could be a security. Their lawyers, here's a quote, their lawyers knew from the very beginning and now come and say to the court, nobody knew, and leave us unable to rebut, but by showing all of the evidence that they got, not just what they selectively disclosed to third parties, is fundamentally unfair and fundamentally against the fairness principle as recognized in this circuit. This article continues giving us some history about the lack of due process and fair notice, which happened in April, that motion to dismiss that. Let me continue down here. During the hearing, it seems that the SEC's George Tenreiro said that Ripple Labs wants to push for a summary judgment on its lack of due process and fair notice affirmative defense. Attorney Jeremy Hogan reported that moment and suspects that Ripple Labs wants that hearing to happen even before the hearing regarding the nature of XRP, which could end the trial without the regulatory clarity, but with a precedent that would allow any future defendant in a similar lawsuit to claim they had no fair notice from the SEC. So if you guys didn't catch Jeremy Hogan's video, he did just release the latest in his videos last night. I don't have it up here, but I'm sure you guys know where to find legal briefs on YouTube. Here's a quote. The SEC attorney let out that the Ripple attorneys told him that Ripple intended to file for summary judgment on its fair notice defense in August. This coming from Hogan. He also said this is before even the close of discovery and it's faster than I expected and makes me think they might set the hearing on their defense before even the hearing on whether XRP is a security or not. A Ripple victory at the hearing would, of course, end the whole case. Would XRP have clarity then? Yes and no. XRP's status would not, but no one could be sued after that by the SEC because there would be case precedent that no one had fair notice anyway. So this is interesting, and again, guys, if you haven't seen Jeremy Hogan's video, I suggest you do. He is a lawyer. A bit of a bittersweet day, I suppose, yesterday. I mean, it was like, meh, maybe not bittersweet, but it was just kind of like, meh. Wasn't that great for Ripple. Nevertheless, we still have a lot of fight in us. And I mean the XRP community, Ripple's lawyers, a settlement likely going to be tabled soon. So I wanted to thank Mad Dog 28 just for summarizing what his thoughts on the case were. I also just wanted to bring this up from Dictator Know-It-All here. If you guys ain't bullish on XRP right now, you are most definitely not educated and you most definitely don't understand money. This picture says 1,000 words, and if you don't know who she is and why she's holding the dollar, you best find out quick. And so this is Rosie Rios, who just joined Ripple's board of directors. I did a video on this a few weeks ago. I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner if you guys didn't catch this. So a good opportunity to buy the dip. Who is buying this dip, guys? Is it retail? Probably not. And more evidence here suggesting that, green cryptocurrencies are going to be the future. Pope Francis criticizes usage of highly polluting fuels in the tech sphere. Now, I know on the surface this might seem kind of random, I suppose, but the head of all the world's Catholics, Pope Francis, has recently taken to Twitter to share his take on the issue that has recently been brought up by Elon Musk in relation to Bitcoin, the carbon footprint. The Pope has not mentioned the flagship cryptocurrency in his tweet. However, he poured criticism on the continuous usage of fossil fuels that cause heavy pollution in the environment and called for finding a way to replace technologies that use them without delay. Here is the Pope Francis tweet. Why this is important, though, is because of this. And if you guys even just look up the Vatican and the Great Reset, you can find articles. The Great Reset plan parallels some of the Pope's initiatives. The Great Reset Catholic style. There is a lot of evidence supporting the fact that the Catholic Church and the Vatican in particular is very pro-Great Reset, on board with the World Economic Forum's initiative. We also know the World Economic Forum has a page dedicated to Ripple on their website. And so, cryptocurrency, this green initiative, this green narrative for crypto has becoming more prevalent in the media now. And now we're actually seeing the Pope, yes, the Pope, talk about this green initiative. So to me, this all fits together. And this from Anders L on Twitter. I just wanted to bring this up because I know some new people in the XRP community may not have even heard of Cobalt. We were talking about this a lot in 2018 and 2019. We haven't heard much from this project as of late, but Anders L brings this up and I wanted to mention why I think it is important. So here are a few screen grabs from an article that was posted a couple of months ago. StanChart goes live on Cobalt FX DLT platform. So this was back from January. But something important to note here, guys. 4 months ago, Cobalt announced its expansion into digital currencies, having connected to the leading digital asset exchanges. We also have to make note, our unique allocation and settlement process removes the need to pre-fund trades on exchanges and removes settlement risk by leaving assets with independent and industry-leading digital and fiat custodians. Also note here, scalable, secure, and cost-effective overall solution. Fully interoperable between FX and digital assets. So again, guys, this is Cobalt. Some of their clients include Citibank, Deutsche Bank, Standard Chartered, and XTX Markets. These guys are Ripple partners. I'm not sure about XTX. If you guys do know, please do put it down in the comments section. And let me just go down here. Also, Liquidity Hub, pricing, ordering, routing, and pre-trade credit checks for over 50 crypto exchanges and market makers. XRP EcoVision down here saying, looking into them now, first find, technology and security, designed with security in mind. Cobalt uses industry recognized providers holding SOC2 and ISO 27001 accreditations. So these guys have been in development for a while now, and there is a connection to Ripple and XRP. This is from the XRPL.org consensus research back from 2018, Cobalt BFT governance in open networks. Here's a summary. This introduces a novel atomic broadcast algorithm called Cobalt that allows more flexibility in consensus UNLs. And so this is from McBrow, again from XRPL.org. Cobalt BFT governance in open networks. And again, the person in charge of this, Ethan McBrow. And so Ethan McBrow, or McBro, he is, or at least was, at the time of this publication, this entry here, a researcher at Ripple. He did work for Ripple. According to this was from 2018, currently works at Ripple and does research in distributed computing and cryptography, in particular with a focus on practical asynchronous consensus algorithms. So for those of you techies out there, you might be interested in this. The XRP Ledger Consensus Protocol is a previously developed consensus protocol powered by the XRP Ledger, and then it gives an explanation on that. Again, all old information here, but it just is going to show you guys that Cobalt is definitely something to be paying attention to. It is linked to the XRPL. Former developers working at Ripple are now focusing on other projects, Cobalt being one of them, and so more use cases for the XRPL. This is the point I wanted to make here. And again, I apologize, guys, if you know this already, but I thought I'd bring this to your attention for some of the newbies in the audience interested in the real-world utility and where we're going to get that price discovery for XRP eventually. More utility will be derived from the XRPL, and that utility will ultimately give the cryptocurrency XRP value. Not to mention, did you know what the atomic mass of Cobalt is? All right, I'm going to keep going, guys. Wrath of Kahneman here on Twitter. This April report by the Eversheds Sutherland law firm claims they assisted a major U.S. financial institution on an agreement with Ripple Labs and 2 major European banks for the settlement of FX trades on the RippleNet platform. So this document was released last month, and I definitely didn't see this yet. So this is from the evershedsutherland.com website, and the PDF is linked over here. Let me just read you this. A major U.S. financial institution on an agreement with Ripple Labs and 2 major European banks for the settlement of FX trades on the Ripple platform, listed here directly in this PDF from last month. Wrath of Kahneman mentions down here in the tweet thread, as for the banks, without dates, it's tough to know if these are known Ripple projects or something new. It's tempting to think they would have named the banks if the projects were already known given the rest of the document. So that is a very astute observation here. This could already be something that we know about. However, it's still a bit of a mystery as to who they are talking about here, so we can't know for sure. They also mentioned Ripple as part of the lead-in for the paper, significant since the report is dated after the SEC action. Also very important to note there, this paper was from April of 2021. Again, if you guys are interested, I will link this tweet in the description, and you guys can take a look at that full PDF here using this link. Let me just go back down here. And so here is where they do mention Ripple. We have assisted global retail and investment banks on compliance with MiFID II requirements relating to trading in a range of crypto assets, due diligence on blockchain platforms, the use of platforms like Ripple to accelerate FX trades, and the use of DLT solutions for trade finance and global commodity transactions, as well as related tax issues. Another follow-up find here, this from 2020, they mentioned advising a U.S. financial institution for FX trades over the DLT. It sounds like the same U.S. organization as in the April 2021 report, placing it 2020 or earlier, and the European banks in later 2020 through 2021. So here's just some more information with regards to that. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for pointing us in that direction. So who's buying crypto now, guys? It's sounding like the real world utility has not stopped. Even though the market has tanked, we got to make sure we're focused. We got to make sure we are buying at the right time. I mean, I've publicly stated on this channel that, I'm pretty much done buying my XRP. Even though there is a significant dip right now, I have cost averaged down at about 20 cents for XRP. So I'm happy where that stands. But for some of you guys who maybe bought over $1, maybe bought in and around here, a good time to cost average down. I do believe that this 80-cent level, that's going to be the low. I mean, it might wick down a little lower, but ultimately 80 cents before we see targets of $10 to $13. I think that's going to be the low, guys. I do, and I think we could range in this level for a while. So that's my thought here. I don't think retail is really focusing on crypto as much as they probably should be right now. These are the times that fear sets in, and of course, I can imagine how scared a lot of people are. But follow the money. This is from 416 Crypto, and I actually like this. I like that the green eye beacon is coming from the CN Tower, 416. That is Toronto, baby. Anyway, he posted this from the XRP Rich List. Look at the 0.01% of accounts. We are seeing a bit of an uptick here, coincidentally happening at a time when we are seeing the crypto market down 40, 50, 60% in some cases for some cryptocurrencies. So these are people holding, or rather wallets, holding balances above this amount, okay? So the Rich List resource, I will link it in the description of this video for those of you guys who do not know what that is. Interesting to note that this is the case. We're also seeing a lot of XRP on the move here, guys. This is from Michael at Val5 Links. Ripple, Coinbase, and a bunch of other top exchanges are moving 64 million XRP. Note here, Ripple moves another XRP batch to China. So Ripple has sent some XRP to the crypto exchange Huobi on May 22nd. The crypto giant wired over 4 million XRP to the exchange. This has been the daily amount Ripple has been transferring to the Chinese trading venue this week, according to the data provided by the BitHomp Analytics platform. And also 60 million XRP shifted from Coinbase. 59.6 million XRP has been moved by the following exchanges between each other: Coinbase, Binance, Huobi, Bittrex, Upbit, etc. So we are seeing XRP on the move. We are seeing probably a high demand for XRP, and people realizing, boy, I think this is the dip to buy. And finally, guys, this is from Red Collie here on Twitter. What does this symbol stand for? This is a screen grab from Fox News. The Fed looking into possible digital US dollar. What did they decide to show on the news? That's right, Ripple's logo here. And what cryptocurrency does Ripple use? I don't think I have to say it again. So all this is coming at a time when we're seeing a huge push, a green narrative for cryptocurrency. We're also seeing more developments on the XRPL through systems like Cobalt. We also have the Eversheds Sutherland document saying that major U.S. financial institutions are on an agreement with Ripple Labs and 2 major European banks for the settlement of FX trades using the RippleNet platform. So guys, this is not slowing down. Rich List numbers are also creeping up despite this dip. We are seeing the mainstream media with a headline down here: the Fed looking into possible digital US dollar. But what are they showing here, guys? It's the Ripple logo. So who do you think is really accumulating this dip? Do you think it's retail, institutional? What's your perspective on this now that you've learned a little bit more? Again, everything I say is not financial advice. This is your hard-earned money. I'm just pointing you guys to the direction that I think things are going. Like I said, I've already packed my bags. I'm not buying this dip, but I could understand for some people who may have gotten in late, this may be the opportunity of a lifetime. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.